Oh yes, Yaman, this is the voice of one Ime Zimbabwe, the sensational doctor, one Othniel, some call me old. Ime the finest. So those tuned in from Yard and those tuned in from abroad, welcome to Creative Remedy, a program where we explore the social perception of creative industry and why parents tend to discourage their children from pursuing these careers. So in studio I'm joined by two special guests. Those guests will help us explore this topic. So that is of course Latwell Nyangu, a journalist with over 10 years in the mainstream media. He's also a media trainer and currently attached to H Metro as a senior reporter and a coordinator as well. And we have a talent, Mazenge, an actress with many years in this industry. Most of her drama series were aired on ZBC. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our guests. So without further ado, let's hear from them. Mr. Latwell Nyangu and the talent, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. DJ.
Yeah, how are you doing, Mr. Latwell Nyangu?
I'm doing great. Probably I'm excited to be part of this show. And I'm sure this is the first time to be a guest at Costa Radio. But probably I'm here to be here.
Indeed, I'm also excited also. So how are you doing in talent? Ayakanisu tinofara kana tine ma-experts munyaya dze-creative industry uye nekutozvo munenge muri munhu wechidzimai mu-industry, so tinonzwa kufara singaite. So my first question to Mr. Nyangu, Latwell Nyangu, we would like to know, journalism requires one to be creative. What is the best part of being a journalist?
You can come again. You said what's the best part?
Yeah, the best part of being a journalist, of being you.
Okay, the best part of being a journalist is just being an information carrier from one place to the next place. Because when you have information, you have power. No wonder why some people say that if you want to change the world, you have to be part of journalism. So I believe that being a journalist, you must actually be a respected personnel who is recognized everywhere. Just look at every function, they say want to welcome members of the media. So by virtue of that, then it shows that you're actually important. So that's the most critical part of being a journalist.
Okay, that's fantastic. And Ms. Nyangu, we also want to know, can you please tell us what you think is the main reason why creative industries are not viewed as professionals or as professions with some people?
Okay, I think that's a very interesting aspect. Because when we look into the creative industry, we look at the perception. We also have to look at the society where we are coming from. The society has a negative perception towards this creative industry because they believe that everyone who is part of it is associated with the Chirombe, is actually associated with the loose morals. There are no values in there because they believe that being on TV, acting dramas, there's no professionalism into it. But if you look at it in other countries, especially developed countries, or probably if we can give an example of Nigeria, we've got the Nollywood. Look at those people. They are being recognized. It's a profession. You have to go to school. You earn money. Those people, they have monies. But look in Zimbabwe, in other societies, we actually denigrate each other to say that, drama. So I'm sure there's a perception that we need to demystify as the media. The media comes in and say, actually, this is wrong. Believe it. Look at Hollywood. Look at Nollywood. Look at South Africa. People are doing great things there. So it's only a matter of dealing with the perception.
Okay. Talent, what do you think about this issue?
nyaya yelectress anditi kuactor tiri vanhu vanonyanyotarisirwa pasi zvakanyanyisa kunyanya vakadzi pakuti ndingati vakawanda vacho vari muacting industry vana varume saka zvinenge zvichingonzi izvo zvevanhu vasina varume you see
zvichiassociatwa nechipfambi
izvo chingonzi zvevanhu vasina varume asi tikada kutarisa vanhu vamwe vachona vanenge vatori vanhu vakazvibata.
Okay, so Talent, now we want to know how did you get started in this industry, and what are the challenges you have faced and other creative industry? Mamwe matambudziko anosanganikwa nawo nevarimo muindustry yedu yecreativity iyo iyi.
Ini
togonotanga nematangiro amakaita iyo jeni.
Okay, ini ndakatanga acting 2008. Murume wangu anga ashaya, then ndichibva ndazotanga kungoitawo zveacting kuti ndikwanise kuwana kurarama. Vanhu kana vachitarisa izvi zvekuacta vanofunga kuti kungononakidzwa, vasingazoti kune rimwe side ritori basa ratinotorarama naro, rinotoraramisa vanhu. Saka ndinoona sekuti dai muno muzi dai nyika yedu yangotibatsirawo pakuti kuti tikwanise kubhadharwa mari dzinoita kuti tikwanise kuraramisa mhuri dzedu dzichikura.
Okay, so chatingati zonzo chakaita kuti matangiro amakaita kushayikirwa nemurume ndokwakaita kuti mutange kuacta.
Ndingangoti
mogonotanga pazvakatangira chaipo.
Okay, zvakatanga like ndiri kuchikoro ndichiri kuprimary level, saka ndaingozviita zvezve ndichingozviita just for fun, asi ndakazozviona kuti chipo chiri mandiri, chipo chinotoita kuti ndikwanise kurarama.
Okay, so now let's address the elephant in the room. So Mr. Nyangu, Comrade Nyangu, Latwell Nyangu, we want to know why do you think parents tend to discourage their children from pursuing these careers as well? Because many from ghettos, many parents vano believe kuti mwana akatonzo akudo pursue journalism inogona zonzo no izvezvi yapera or something like that, yapadhuze nekuparara. And also creative industry, mwana akati ndikudoimba ano discourage venzonzo azvina mari nezvimwe chichi. So chichi nganzonzo chikunyatsokonzera kuti vabereki varambidze vana.
Okay, thank you. I think from my experience, the years that I've been in the industry, I've managed to cover a lot of areas in which the creative industry is also another area that I normally deal with on a daily basis. The perception, again, I'll still go back to the issue of perception. There's a negative perception towards the arts industry, then journalism. That probably the then it actually sunk into the people's minds to an extent that they don't even believe to see, especially the girl child. The girl child, when they venture into acting, modeling, they're actually denigrated. There is a lot of segregation to say, obviously they're going to be of loose morals, obviously but there's a mentality TV, you're actually being like someone of loose morals. So the issue is about where it started. So I think no wonder why there's a need to conscientize or to make use of the media to spread the awareness, to say no, this creative industry is also another industry. No wonder why we see that we have got the ministry that also deals with this arts sector. They should be actually be dealing more, doing workshops, conscientizing the parents, also do some career guidance in terms of this profession. Because modeling, if you find out in other countries, it's one of the most paying. Acting is one of the most paying. But the perception that parents, they believe kuti mwana wese anofanira kutanga adzidza kuita masciences or anofanira kutanga anodzidza kuita madoctors ndokuti anzi akaenda kuchikoro. But actually you can do acting and do good. I can give you an example of people who are doing well. Dana Gurira, she's doing quite good. She's actually known in the world right now. We've got Arnold Chiresa, our own. He's doing quite good outside the borders. So we can't actually not mention to say we've got many people who are doing good in this industry. So it's about the mindset, which actually every parent believes that for someone to be educated or for someone to prosper, to be successful, they have only to do other courses that are prominent. But otherwise, arts is one of the best. I wonder why government is actually trying to put to domesticate the talent we have, so that we have people who act and we also have money. We also improve the GDP through the arts industry. We should actually produce movies that could actually be selling outside the country. We have so many movies. Let's look at other old movies like Ananeria. Also look into the Akatasanam, Yellow Card. You see, those kind of stuff, the gringos, they make the entertainment industry grow big. We've got actors like Anna Edison Follow, like these are not talent, they're actually doing quite good. So if we actually make use of them, we can actually do wonders. But we have to go back to the beginning, the mindset, the negative perception towards this industry. Just like journalism. Journalism is one of the best professions. But no one's an. But there are so many people who are there. The world is being changed by the same people. Saka, it's about how you make use of the talent that you have. Not necessarily to say good about the environment.
So what is needed is just education.
Yes, we need to conscientize. We need to spread the awareness. We also need to make some career guidance. We need to educate the societies that no, this is an industry that needs to be recognized. Because we can't talk of other industries without the arts industry. There's what is called forward-backward linkages. Each and every industry scratch each other. The arts industry will produce other people, or at least the other industry will produce other people. Then we scratch each other's back.
Right. Talent, do you have something to add? Yeah, oro panyaya yedu yekutonso vabereki. I understand kuti pamwe uri mubereki. Why vabereki vachirambidza vana vavo kutonso vaite arts or creative industry?
Okay, se zvandambotaura kuti vanhu vanodzikisira. Asi ndongoti vanhu ngavasapoti vachidzikisira like ma-artists kunyanya ma-actresses. Zvakafanana nezvatambotaura zvokuti zvambotaurwa zvokudzi vanoimba vamwe vachiona unozunzwa zvakunzi vari kuita zvemadrugs vari kudii asi haasi munhu wese anenge achiita zvemadrugs.
Okay, so we would like to know also that where do you see the future of arts or the future of creative industry going?
You ask me?
Yeah.
I believe that this world is actually moving in a very fast pace. That everything is evolving, everything is changing. Actually, the world is becoming so dynamic that we no longer depending on one side. We have to depend on each and every sector. Like the industry, the arts industry. We've got, like, for example, we've got the music industry. We've got the young ones. They are now surviving on that. Everything is now being monetized. Look at how people are making money, for example, on MITT. On MITT, they become actually the content creators. And now they are monetizing their platforms. They are making money. Look at other people. Anyone who is good at creating content, they are making money through their contents. People, they are making skits, they are making dramas, they've put that on the YouTube, they've put that on their platforms, and they've monetized everything. So the more you create content, the more you also have some followers, and the more you also monetize your content. So we are actually going somewhere, and there is future in this creative industry, because we are no longer depending on the national publications or the national broadcasters to say good to find a but now we can use that on YouTube. We can put our content on YouTube. We can put our content on Facebook. So then you also get the realities there and there. If you have more followers, if you monetize, put content, you can get the money direct to you than to actually wait for other broadcasters to give you money. Of course, you may need that to be also recognized. But the digital world is also coming to the rescue, where we put our stuff on the platforms. So there's future in this industry.
Okay, in response to that, we also want to know what is the financial reality of a creative industry. Maybe you can start with the talent.
Ndosaka ndambotaura kuti mari government inofana kuti batsirawo ipapo kuti tikwanise kuwana mari dzakawanda. Bosofa mari yachona iripo zvayo asi mabudira inoita haibude yese kahwani ngoti yese yangobuda
kanzatu
inobudo yekuti ndofunga matonzwisa zvandiri kutaura.
Alright, so nitoti chii kugovernment
apa tiringokumbira ndakamirira maactors nemaactresses tinokumbirawo kuti dai government yatiwanirawo nyasha vakwanisa kutiwedzera mari pamari dzatinobhadhara.
Alright, maybe we can hear Mr. Nyangu's perspective.
Let me be honest with you. The arts industry doesn't pay. To say that I'm earning from acting or I'm earning from being in the dramas or in the drama series. What pays more is actually the way how people watch the stuff on the internet. So, or the support of the authorities, the government. I'm sure if you find out the ministry, there's what is called Culture Fund. I'm also sure if these days they still give that. They should actually honor, there should be a budget to say this is actually for the arts industry. That's my call to the government and the authorities, to say they should actually recognize the artists. You see, they say that we recognize through giving the awards, but we find out the awards don't give much money. But someone is actually working a boss. You can't be denigrated, you can't be actually labeled someone of loose morals, yet you're actually saying I'm going to work. So there is need for a collaborative approach and a collective approach to deal with this issue, because everyone you ask not at Namari with the way that you see Monarpa TV, many of us not only to pressure. I remember last time writing a story about an actor who was bashed. Murori, ashi bigger say we can. But Anamari, I don't know it as a bad coin. So you see, these are some of the issues which we are trying to deal with.
Okay, so how best can we educate the public, maybe as media, the public, parents in particular, about the value of creative industry?
Okay, all right. There are more to this. We need actually to come together, probably as a nation, as a society, as a people, as individuals, especially those who are in this industry, to say, guys, how do we make money out of this? Because we need money at the end of the day. You can't be always on TV, but you don't have money. Lunch, breakfast, uptown. So we want us to say, guys, how do we do this? No wonder why you see many content creators, they've resorted to the internet. But the internet seems to be paying more than actually putting this stuff through the procedures of going to other broadcasters. So I think let's just come together, let's conscientize the idea to say this industry can also give us more money because there are more opportunities in it. They will create more opportunities, because just like talent, for example, if she's known, she can actually become an ambassador of a certain company. You see many people, they are now doing ambassador roles, they are paid for that, and Madam Boss, they make money through being ambassadors of different brands. You see, MITT, they become brands of different organizations. That's how they make money. So the more you also become visible on TV, the more you also become visible on these drama series or movies, that also more you also get some endorsements. So we're saying, so let's utilize every opportunity. Let's encourage all those who have talent to be part of this. I'm saying talent because they are not talent, but we're talking about the talent as a war. So to this also, there is money in this. It's only that a matter of how you utilize it. But we can't say all of us are going to be scientists. All of us are going to be doctors. No. All of us are going to be best players. No. But some of us are going to be movie actors, producers, directors, etc. So there is a chance in every industry.
Okay, sure. Talent, do you have something to add?
No.
Okay, now takuda chinzwisisa manje vazhinji tinoona vanhu kunyanya vechidzimai vakapinda creative industry, whether acting kana kuimba entertainment industry, vanotangonzwa muri kuita zvechipfambi mahure chichi. How are you dealing with that? And miedzo unenge wazviexposa kupublic, miedzo yevarume inotanga kuya. How are you dealing with that?
Mubvunzo wenyu uri trick. Ichokwadi kuti kana mukadzi wapinda mazviri ndokunga ndambotaura kuti vakawanda masingle mothers.
Yeah, sure.
Saka varume handizivi kuti vanozvitora sei, kandi vanenge vachiti munhu ndo zvaari here kana kuti noti mukadzi, kana uri mukadzi unogona kuektiswa uri uchitoita zvechifambi, asi iwo pauri hausitombouri pambi achiona hautombozvizive, nekuda kwokuti sezvo uri actress unokwanisa kupinda mukarekta yese yaunenge wanzi pinda mapabata. Saka anozoona kunzoko anenge akuti ndo zvatori munhu iurozvo, munhu zvakazodai. Inini hangu ndinosangana nazvo kakawanda stereki.
Alright, ndikudzosere kumashure. Kunyanya musiri pamhepo, musiri kuacta handiti. Vanhu vanenge vaziva kuti aiwa talent tinomuziva tamuona paTV chichi. So pane unenge wazviexposa kuvanhu vakawanda, vanhu vanenge vachikuziva, vamwe vanenge vodotozamo laki kuti aiwa rega timbopfimba tinzwe zvaamira sei. Mukudhila sei nenyaya idzodzo dzevarume vanouya vakawanda kudaro? Kana
ini nangu ndinoignore.
Alright, sa advice yamunayo kune vamwe kunyanya vechisikana ndeyekuti
ndongoti kana uri munhu wechisikana kana uri wechikadzi wapinda muindustry imo, munofana kuzvibata, unofana kuva munhu akazvibata, rega kuva loose. Nekuti zvechokwadi ende kunouya miedzo yakawanda kana imo mukati imomo. Pamwe director anogona kuti uwane roi uya ndokupanja kupa mari yakawanda kuti udai, kana kuti ndide kuti uwane main character role. Saka munhu unofana kuzvibata.
But matambudziko yamambosangana nawo here kuti onso director anoswoti onso ndipe chakati kuti onso mupinde pakati?
Takasangana nawo, asi ndosandataura kuti munhu unofana kuzvibata, unofana kuziva zvawakafambira. Kana wakauya kuzoshanda, ziva kuti ndakauya kuzoshanda.
Alright, Mr. Nyangu munobvumira nazvo here kana kuti moedha zvimwe zvamunazvo?
I think there is always a dilemma when you become someone who is always on TV, especially when you're a woman. What follows later is the demand. You know, there are some vouchers out there. They are always interested in seeing someone who is popular. They want to see. I don't know what is in their heads, but there is like what she said. It's a matter of being disciplined. You need actually to be responsible yourself. Because muzvinhu dunga munhu unogona kufarirwa stereki, but at the end of the day wawine. So it comes with an individual. What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? But because many people they've actually fallen trap into the same mistakes which they've done previously, in the sense that they would think which is a wrong perception, and they fail to handle fame. Fame is difficult to handle, Baba. It's very difficult, and many people they would want to associate themselves with you. Saka fame needs, but in industry muda need discipline, need focus, need determination. What I want is at the end of the day is actually to fulfill my dream, to actually act or to entertain the public or to raise awareness. Because acting, it doesn't mean that you're only entertaining, but you're also raising awareness. Because some of the themes I know address some issues affect the society. But mostly there is a difference between the actor on stage and the actor off stage. So unotoportray character like what she said, unogona kutonzi actor a character yemuroi kana character yekunzi uri pfambi. But in real life you are not even like that. You cannot gonna actor in a role yekuti unotaurisa or uri kumadoro, but you are mumedoro in real life. So there are two people that will come out of being artistic. The one who is artistic on stage and the one who is the real person outside the stage. So it's about how you manage the two. But some people, they fail to manage the two, and they end up vodonera mugomba just because ananga kuti handakuzikana saka munhu watomona pa TV apo unofunga kuti hasirika sangana nemstreet on aumhoresa meno why but angasana mari yacho. It's about how you handle fame. If you are humble, remain humble. Saka the same applies with in being individuals. Utanzi nanozoita zvakati zvafana kuti as journalists nonza journalists marombe journalists arore journalists anobreka hearts, but that's not the point. It's only just a matter of what there was a case study kangoitika inobvatorwa as if no reference yo, but otherwise there are good people outside there. Ukaona ndakapfeka suit unofunga nasingapfeka suit Nyangu kwakanaka. You see, just because they think with journalists they don't dress well, but that's not the issue. Wandoona Nyangu asomwa donza journalists anomwa doro zvekupenga vanoda chikafu, but when you see me I don't even drink beer, but it doesn't mean that I'm not the normal person.
Okay, so ndambonzwa muchitaura panyaya dzekuti vanhu actor on stage and actor off stage. So vazhinji vanonetseka pakuzvisiyanisa, mumwe akaacta ari pambi kana kuti ari mbavha vanonetseka pakuzozvisiyanisa cause zvizhinji zvinozokonzera matambudziko ekuti ade kuramba achiita zveumbavha izvo kana zveupambi. Zvino toita sei nevanhu vavo, ende futi munhu akaziva kuti uku kuacta munhu haasi pambi, cause vamwe vanhu vanenge tokunakidzwa newe uchiacta uri pambi ende uri pambi iyoyo hazvizokanganise career here, kuti tozoziva kuti talent yaacta ari pamba but haasi pambi, vamwe vanobva tolusa interest kuti isi taichida upambi hwacho iwoyo.
Okay, you are referring to talent. Okay.
Yeah, mitombonzwa kuna talent.
Zvamafunze izvozvo zvamataura kuti munhu ari pastage ari kana kuti pambi in real life haasi pambi, vakawanda ndosaka vakawanda vachizonyanya kubhoikana newe munhu kana kuti vachizofamba vachitaura zvisirizvo pamusoro pako, bhozi zvavanenge vaona mutv iwe kwakunze wakuvaradza kuti aiwa handisi sezvamaona izvozvo inditori munhu ari right, saka vanenge vakutobhoikana newe. Vamwe vanenge vakutokuchinja vakuti anodada zvezvakunzi upiko uyu anodada uyu. Saka izvo tagara tinongotaurwa zvakangosiyana, takagara tinongotaurwa zvakangosiyana siyana.
Osama zvijaira.
Tazvijaira. I remember pandakaita ndakaita tiri parwindo handiyaipfekwa nhembe netumachira tuya tuya. Munhu anenge achikuona mutv anenge atochiva kutoti mai avo ndatovada
makumbu.
Saka akazokuona pafeya chaipo iwe ubva umuratidza kuti aiwa zvisirizvo zvandiri, munhu zvinomubata nokuti zvaanenge akatarisira zvisizvo zvaanenge aona.
Alright, yeah, back to Miss Nyangu. Journalists are in the public eye as well. Vano face so much challenges while in dealing with women. How are you dealing with it?
That's a good question. I think when I started actually writing, people would actually want to see who is this Latwell guy. The byline would actually tell a more story. So you see some people, they're interested to see, dear Latwell, what you see?
Yeah.
So it goes again to the issue of being able to deal with the public. There's nothing much, my guy. There's nothing much in terms of being on TV or being known. You remain the same because after all the praises and other things, you still go back to the default settings. You still go back to one. You still go back home and eat the same salad that you eat every day, apart from people raising showers outside there. So if we think about that, I don't think we will make any mistake. So the women, the men, they will come after you or whatever stuff. But at the end of the day, what is it that you want to achieve? I always tell people that if you ask yourselves critical questions, the why are you doing it? And what are you doing? If you ask yourself what are you doing and why are you doing it, you'll be able to actually understand the matrices of life. Life needs the basic things. Ask yourself, what are you doing and why are you doing it? So we can be actually famous, we can be known, but at the end of the day, you still go down under feet. Saka kwangu one day you can manage your life very well. So we're excited to temporary returns are shunned. Saka women, they come and go. Men come and go. But people have a problem of failing to handle fame. Fame minute I was squinya one. But at the end of the day, what? So what? Saka kwangu zote urukuita ngwayo uchadzokera pa1 pako paunorara ipapo mungonomuka the same thing, you understand life and haumboforget a problem. Saka for me I actually feel I don't feel that ndakatopenga because I have managed all those things. At times I don't want people to even know me kuti ndinowacho ndasvika ipapo. I won't even tell myself kuti korokudza vanhu kuti ndini Latwell. I will actually try to be a little bit shy. Understand. But there's nothing new on this in this world.
Oh, so in a bid to avoid women.
Besides, I'm not afraid of women. I'm not even afraid. But I'm just saying how you manage your terms. Because I don't know that Jesus akatomboedza wow.
Yeah.
But Jesus akati Satan baba didn't. So the same applies with us. Because we are human beings after all. Hakuna munhu asingaedzi. Mapastor chero anoedza. But they pray every day kuti Mwari ndikundise macongregates angu asandiedza. Because kuna vakadzi vanoda kuchechi kugara pamberi pavo kudangoedza chero vanhu vaMwari. So those things they actually exist. Yeah. But it's how you manage them. Kuti wow, ndezve pano pasi. Hapana chinywana. Utopfura utwenda. Saka it's about how you manage the public and those people.
Yeah, indeed, that's wisdom. So Latwell Nyangu abva kutaura pamusoro pekuti onso kuendla femu inochinja munhu, inogona kuita mumwe munhu oro kuti ufunge kuti unogona kunge uri wave mumwe munhu yosiri. So nidonzwa kuna talent eno vamwe vanhu vakuona paZBC pana tiri parwendo nemamwe madrama series akawanda. Femu yakakuchinjawo sei?
Ini zvandiri ndo zvandingori, asi vanhu ndo vanenge vachiona, vanenge vachindisa pane rimwe level, asi ndichingoona zvandiri ndiri sezvandiri.
Hamurambire vanhu maselfie murodera.
Angasamhorese vanhu.
Ini ndinomhoresa because pawasvika apashaye vanhu vanosvika kuziva, saka ndinomhoresa. Haina handidadi.
Alright, zvatingati zvakanakira femu nezvayakashatira ndezvipi?
Zvakanakira femu ndezvekuti unozikanwa nenyika chichi handiti. Then kushata kwayo ndekwekuti upenyu hwako unenge unenge wakangomonitwa neivo majournalist.
Wokuti ukangoita kanhu kasina basa watomubepa.
Kasina basa chete wakutoburitswa. Plus vana hazvizodi kuti vanhu vavakuone uchiita zvinhu zvakashata. Ufanira kugara uchiita zvinhu zvakanaka nguva dzese kuti varambe vachikufarira.
Alright. So chakanaka pakuzikanwa, chakanakira kuzikanwa nemunhu wese nenyika yese ndozvo dziri famous tinodziziya chicha zvakanakira.
Zvinongoita kuti ungonzwa ndingati
kunzwa kurema.
Kunzwa kuti ndini seni hangu inini ndingangoti ndichiri mudiki, zvinhu zvandaiti vaiva ndinchiona muTV. Vanhu vandikazoshanda navo.
Okay.
Saka zvinhu zvoti ndakuzvinzisa.
What togona wameshena ndanani?
Anana Aronchendra Moyo. Na Steven Chigorimbo vakawanda vandaiona muTV tiri vana vadiki vakawanda, nana Jopa ikiwaya vakawanda.
Oresa munonzwofila sei kana munhu wakuita zvinhu zvawaingonzwa kuda kuita kubva uri mudiki?
Zvinhu zvinonakidza sendogara ndichiudza vanhu kuti zvinhu zvandaishuwira muupenyu hwangu zvinhu zvakazoitika zvakafanana like last time ndakaita ndine video yandakaita nababa Harare ndichitamba. Saka zvinhu zvezvo kuti ndaigara ndishuwira kuti ndinoda kumbounganirwa nevanhu ndichitamba. Saka zvinhu zvakazoitika zvokuti vanhu vese vakaungana uko ndichitamba ndina baba Harare. Saka ndinongonzwa kungofara kungoti ndichingonzwa kungoti ndini.
Alright, masangana sei nababa Harare?
Ndivo vakanditsvaga, ndakazongoona vakundifonera.
Pamakona mafila sei?
Pandakatanga paakandifonera akangondifonera achiti ndiwe unonzi talent, ndikati zvakanzi tipe madirections ekumba kwenyu, ndatomupa madirections. Pasina time achibva atosvika.
Amunofundukira kuti unzosit father vapinza foni ava.
Ndakafara ndichikata foni ndaingoti ndineri ndafonerwa nababa Harare ende achisvika zvechokwadi ndakanzwa kufara ndakafara zvoti kana vana vepamba pandirogara vakafara zvisingaite vakati baba Harare tavaona saka ndaisingazivi kwatiri kuenda semunhu anoita zvemadhirama ndaifunga kuti pamwe ndichangonoitiswa ndichingoita zvezvekuacta pavhidhiyo yacho andirakuziva kuti ndichatonotamba pandiri padhuze nayo aiwa ndakanzwa kufara zvisingaiti zvekuti vakawanda kumaraini ukuyo vakatondichinja zita ndaakunzi mai Harare ndotonzi mai Harare ndoshedzwa nemazita akawanda asi kunyanya rekuti mai Harare nunurai iri ndere mutiri parwendo akawanda mazita ndoshedzwa nawo. Tete ndakaitana na inonchi Easted Blues ndaive tete, then pedyo kure futi ndaive tete, saka zvinenge zvienderana kuti munhu akanyanyofarira ripi.
Okay.
Ndo paanondishedza napo.
Alright, chimbotaurai nesu about kutanga kwenyu kuacta tiri parwendo.
Zvakaitika patiri parwendo pane rimwe randakange ndaita rainzi gupuro iri yange iri ZBC production. Ndakange ndiri mukadzi aiva ine makuhwa asingaiti, saka ndichibva mugupuro ndakange ndakungopotawo ndichienda necrew kunoona zvinenge zvichiitwa kutiri parwendo. Saka ndakazongonzwa arunchundura moya kutongoti ko iye uyu haagone here osho. Vanhu ndopa vakazoti anogona nana Edison Folo vaive uyu aiita ari chabhonga. Ndokupinda kwandakaita tiri parwendo. Pamadhirama ese andakaita tiri parwendo ndoifarira zvisingaiti.
Indava
ndongonzwa kuifarira hamenoti chii kana kuti inyaya yekuti idhirama randakanzwisisa kuti riri kubva kupi richienda kupi, iringori like history yemuno muZimbabwe. Ndosaka ndichirifarira zvisingaiti.
Alright, kune malisteners edu nevakutiona tiri palive, so pamwe vamwe vangade kuziva mamwe madrama series amakaacta, munogona kutiudza iyayo futi.
Okay, ndakaita gupuro, ndakaita tiri parwendo, ndakaita ndikaita ana Easted Blues, pedyo kure, ndikaita All That Glitters Is Not Gold, ndikaita Triangle to Love,
awandisa. Alright, time dzedu dzikumhanya singaita, so tikuda kutaura futi na Mr. Nyangu, the benefits, the pros and cons of fame. Maybe you can add from what Talent you said.
The benefits of fame are that you also get exposed to individuals who can work with you to actually further your interests or your talent, or you can actually get some jobs through acting. I think I have a notable individuals who have actually been employed because they are part of the industry or they are doing well. You can also be an ambassador of some organizations just because of acting. I've been the follower of this guy who is actually on the rise. There is Comic Elder. The Comic Elder is actually doing well. There is also the guy who is called Fritz Donjo. He's doing fine. Recently I saw his post saying that I've been appointed an ambassador of a certain organization. So these are some of the things which actually come with the fame. Fame open doors for you. You can actually go even international. You're also invited for some auditions in other movies outside the country. But we also have other people who are looking for talent from Zimbabwe, from Nollywood. They also come in, do some auditions. Also, like the people like Anadanai and Trevor and Arnold, they've actually got these opportunities through fame. So fame open doors. Fame can also make you get some benefits. Uindomziwa no actor money or $5. Uindomziwa no actor pinda motor tent. We are no actor impay imba. Like many people, they are being given these gifts through the issue of being popular. Like you get a lot of endorsements. Please work with this guy because Takashina ne ano actor. But however, there are some also disadvantages. that you know what, when you're on the when you put a spotlight, if you make a mistake, the media will take you down. There is no point of return because they would actually looking at a mistake that you make, but they expect you to be a role model. So it's actually a dilemma to be a public figure because you have to maintain a status quo, integrity. So I tell you, my guy, it's not easy to maintain integrity when you are a human being. Human being is like the characteristics of a human being are like fluid. At times they are flowing, at times they are solid. So it's very difficult to maintain integrity throughout your years of existence. But there are so many benefits. And the negatives, some people may be jealous of you. They will create some fictitious issues only to taint your name, can be implicated in different issues. So you are only when I go to spotlight chat, I will share your emotion. It's very easy also to trace you and see if you're really dubious or you're doing the right thing. Saka apana chakanaka, but as long as you benefit, you're fine.
Okay, many people are saying, growing up or having a few television stations in Zimbabwe is destroying the creative industry. What's your take on that?
We can't say it's destroying. I think destroying, that's a big term, but it's actually disadvantaging, or it's not exposing many people. Because you see, in developing countries, in developing countries, I mean, we have a dilemma that we are trying to scout kids from the grassroots, but these people, they need exposure in terms of the broadcast, the platforms. But however, the coming in of the digital platforms, they've also opened doors for exposure. But we also require the flooding of these broadcasting issues, that the government open doors for other TV stations, so that we have a variety of stuff being aired everywhere. Wanafanya choice kudakona zakati dakona drama rakati kwa kati. But however, it's a challenge in developing countries, and we are actually moving stage by stage. But we thank God that the digital platforms is actually playing a critical role. It's actually covering that gap. Because unogona zvoda up on YouTube, unogona zvoda up on Netflix, you can actually go on Facebook, go everywhere, rather than waiting for the TV alone. So even ZBC has unogona to up on Facebook. So that kind of things alone, I think it is actually helping. But however, many people, they think, or they still have a redundant mind to say you have to see everything on the television, of which it's not. We now have the YouTube TVs. We can actually open your own TV stations on YouTube, which is actually a blessing.
But there is digital divide. Many people can't afford data. You know, these days data is very expensive.
But how many people afford to buy televisions, if I may ask you a question? But how many people afford to go on Facebook? Go on Facebook. Everyone is on Facebook. They afford to have that data on Facebook.
But many people in rural areas, they possess televisions, even though they are the old ones. So
actually, I would say many. Our question, the many aspect becomes actually not authentic, because you are using a perception that probably they may have. But how many? If you go down there, you find out they don't have television. Even in Harare, people, they don't worry much about the television, but people, they worry about, do they eat today? What are they going to eat in the next hour? So, of course, people may cry foul, but how many people are watching television? If I may ask yourself, how often do you watch a TV? You'll be surprised to see that only twice per week. Because most of the time you'll be on your phone. The phones have become most of our entertainment. TV, Mazana, I don't think in a basasteric. Because news, you can watch them on Facebook or on YouTube. Saga, for me, that's my point of view. Because they say opinion is free, facts are sacred. But I will say the digital platform is open a lot. It has actually become an advantage, rather than waiting for the mainstream whatever media or want more TV stations. For what? But of course we want that, because they say that that's the democratization of the media industry. But actually the social media or the digital platforms is actually democratize the media industry.
Okay, a talent, maybe you can add something.
Ndizvozvo zvari kutaura Latwell, asi ndinopokana naye
mopoka naye pakuti
ndopokana naye pakuti vanhu vari kunyanyoshandisa like maphones avo kudai vanhu vashoma vanokwanisa kuafodha kutenga data. sekumamisha ezvinezvi vekumamisha vakutiwo dzadzimba dzinoverengeka kuti havanayo TV asi haungaoni munhu kumusha ari pafoni achi hazvi kana vari muno marari macho
vamwe vakushaya data
vamwe vachona vari kurisha
but ukaita smartphone uchitadza kutenga itsaona bando here. That's my question.
Ezvinezvi mabhandles aya akutengwa nema-US
but still kana une just you can buy kana ka 20 mega etc.
kana kusvitsa kupi hapana vamwe vatomirira kuona drama kuti harichasvika nguva yakati rinoitwa
nguva dzakati
Monday nguva yakati paZBC kana pa3K kana kuti pai saka indinoti hangu TV
asi munowirira nazvo kuti kati zvonizvo kushayikwa kwema-TV stations akawanda munyika yedu ino yeZimbabwe ndokukuvadza creative industry.
Ipapa hangu hatingati zviri kukuvadza industry yedu aiwa. Zviri zvongoti vanhu vanofanira kungochusa kuti tofanira kuona station kana toganibona station iyi. Plus isusu vacho tinokwanisa kuproducer zvinhu zvakawanda tichipawo ma-stations akasiyana siyana kuti musangomirira utiona tiri muZBC.
Tinoona ma-actors akawandisa zvisingaite zvekuti havasi vese vanozobvumirwa content yavo kuti ieiwe paZBC kuti ieiwe pamamwe ma-television stations atinawo. So akaita sana ZTN 3K TV so atingati zvikukuvadza here cause vanhu vese havasi kuwanirwa opportunity yekuuya pa-national television kuti vaoneko varatidzewo zvipo zvavo.
Sorry, dzokorotsa
kuti zvonizvo vanhu vese tine ma-actors akawanda nditi saka tine ma-TV mashoma atinawo. So ma-actors anenge aitoda kuti content yavo ibudo paZBC ibudo pa3K TV paNR TV and ma-actors akawanda vanhu aikwanise kuewa vamwe vanorambirwa kuti eiwe but iri good content nenyaya yekuti kune content iripo kudhara. Saka tingati zvikukonzera here kuparara oro zvikukanganisa kukura kwe-creative industry yedu.
Obviously zvinokanganisa kukura kweindustry yedu nekuti vanhu vakawanda vanenge vachidawo kubudawo paTV zvinotokanganisa. Ndosaka tatidai kwanga kwaitawo ma-stations akawanda asi zvanga zvitaurwa naLatwell kuti munhu anokwanisa kungoenda pafoni painternet pafacebook zvinobatsira futi noti vakawanda mazuva anaya anenge achingobayabaya asi havasi vese vanhu vanokwanisa kuafodha kugara ari
paphone. Aiwa chokwadi. So to wrap things up, what advice would you give to someone pursuing a creative industry, pursuing a career in a creative industry? Munhu akuda kutraya akuda kupinda mu creative industry. Ndeipi advice yamungamupewo semunhu arimo mu field racho?
Ine hangu mazuva anaya ndinoona sekuti kana munhu afunga kuti apinde mu industry anofanira kunge achigona
kunyora as in what?
Like kunyora ma-scripts.
Oh, okay.
Zvinhu kunyora ma-scripts kuri nani than unogona kusazikana kuti ningu uya ndiye uya akanyora asi ndinoona zviri nani.
What kunyora ma-script azvidoenderwa chikoro here?
Zvinoda kuenderwa chikoro asi nekune rimwe side kana uine chipo chacho unogona kuita chipo chacho kachekuti unogona kutongonyora zvinonakidza pamwe zvinotodarika akaenda kuchikoro wacho.
Alright. So pamwe kune mwanasikana akurambidzwa nevabereki vake mumwe akuda kushaya opportunity ndeipi advice yamungamupe kune mwana iyeye oro mwana mukomana akushayiwa opportunity oro akuda kupinda mu acting oro any creative entertainment sector ndeipi advice yamungamupewo?
Ini ndinoti kana ndroti kuvana vese varida kupinda mu industry ngavarambe vakatsungirira pane zvinhu munhu zvaanenge achida kuita muupenyu hwake noti ramangwana zvinobuda then vabereki vaye vanotozotanga futi kudada newe
kuti mwana wedu ari paZBC
mwana wedu like inini ndine mwana mwana uyu ezvinezvane asvitsa 20 years muna April. Akatanga achiita haasi ake mune zveacting kana chipi. Anoita gymnastics. Aita zvaingondibhohwa zvekuti zvaindisvota ndidi kunyeperai. But ezvinezvi kunyange mukabvunza iva vanokutsanangurirai kuti ezvinezvi tatopa nechimwe kuti akatozobudirira nazvo ndege anzwa nadzo anongokwira achienda achidzoka achikwira achienda izvo zvari kuchina.
Semubereki unobva wanzwa kufara uchiona mwana wako
asi zvinhu zvandendakavenga handendakazvivenga ndidi kunyeperai ndakazvimaka.
Or to wrap things up, what advice would you give Mr. Nyangu to someone trying to pursue these careers?
I don't want to close doors for anyone who wants to pursue anything. I would rather say, because in developed countries, you see, they will expose children to anything. For example, they will actually put mabhora apa, mwana adotamba bhora, vanomutengera bhora, kutenga chitoyi, kuisa mabooks apa, kuisa zvekuactor, kuisa zvekuimba apa, everything. Then it comes with talent. If you are talented, I think you need to pursue it. But some of us now are now trying luck in some of these industries. Kuti mnasina talent anongomuka kutanga kuto actor but asa kuto actor, kutanga kuto imba asa kunoimba. You go nowhere. I think everyone is a strength somewhere. I think the best thing is to identify your strength first before you decide which way do you want to take. When you see if you are talented in acting, go for it. But it doesn't stop you to also have an alternative. Probably chikoro chakakosha. Because ukagona une talent wagona woziva the basic, that's good to go. But I would rather say anyone who wants to venture in any industry, go for it despite the perception in it. Because hakuna industry inonzi iyi ndo yakapenga yakachena inazvona. Industry yese ine zvipomero zvayo. But zvangofana kwese hakuna kusina chipomero. Unonzi wawanda zvakata. But izvozvo should not stop us. Because when you are burning, make sure that you expose it. Saka mwana wese anda kuita anything else, ngaende for it. I encourage, if you are talented in fashion, if you are talented in modeling, talented in acting, singing, go for it as long as you feel that you have talent. What you only need to do is to find opportunities and exposure. But some of us, some of the talents, they are hidden somewhere because they are not exposed. They are not getting the chance to say it. So Isusu as the media, we come in to say, if you come to me and say in Latwell, please can you publish my article because I've got this album. I need to go through the album and see what you have talent. I write what I will listen. Then it's up to the public to say, this one is the best. So you see, when you say talent and tap the talent, I can go expose it. It's a boom. So media is there to actually give a voice to anyone who wants to explore their talent. So I say to anyone, go for it. Go for it. Don't be stopped by anyone.
Yeah, that's great words indeed. So I'm not gonna let you go, guys, without asking you some funny questions. Sorry, gantange na talent. Talent kuri kunzonso ukushandisa one emoji muupenyu wako wese. Nderipi emoji raunoishandisa, raunochoose?
Ndinonyanyofarira emoji rine tuma kiss 3 riari. Apese ndinorifarira minoti chi.
Okay, rega tiende pane mumwe mubvunzo tisati tapedza show yedu. Toti kuri kunzi matenga imbwa 2 mukufana kudzipa mazita couple 1, famous couple 1 in Zimbabwe. Ndeipi couple yamunotora mazita?
Pavanhu vanozikanwa.
Vanozikanwa ivavo. Makapozi anozikanwa. Yoti Boki Mkono ndomuti ningi. Hadzi yacho ndoiti ningi. From famous couples. Ore sari gatimbo jamba mchifunga chozodzoka pauri. Ore kuri kunzi mukugadzira mutemo unofano kutevedzerwa nemunhu wese ari pasi pano penyika. Ndeupi mutemo wamunogadzira? Zvokuti zvamunoti munhu wese anofana kuita izvo.
Ini ndinongoti vakadzi vanofana kurespectwa. ndomutemo wandiri kugadzira.
vanorespectwa sei?
Haufaniri kurohwa, haufaniri kutukwa.
Ko varume vanofanira kurohwa here kana kutukwa?
Hati varume wacho ndo vanorohwa vakadzi.
Hakuna varume vakurohwa mudzimba umu, but havataura. Alright, rega tiende pane mumwe mubvunzo futi. Ndeipi advice iri very good yamakambopiwa neadvice yakashata zingaiti yamakambosangana nayo? Maybe totanga neyakashata tozopinda kune advice yakanaka.
Ndakukanganwe.
Alright, rega tichidzoka kune question yedu ye imbwa 2 mukudzipa names famous couples in Zimbabwe. Ndeapi couples amunotora?
Ndinotora hangu baba naamai Charamba.
Nei.
Ndivo vanangotora.
Cause dziri dzitsvene. Alright, nirega tiende pana Mr. Nyangu, Latwell Nyangu. If you could only use one emoji for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
I'll use the one with the one which is laughing. In English, to my bloom also.
Okay.
Because laughing is a therapy, it's medicine. I would rather consider that one.
Alright, my second question is, this is the funny moment. The second question is, if you could make your wife out of soil, which part would you give the most soil?
The face.
Face. Why face?
Okay, my eyes should be satisfied first, and when I look at you, I should actually feel that's fine. The rest will follow.
Well, but I think that's a PR answer.
Why do I don't want to say? That's what I want. The rest we will see from there. Then we'll consider how much we put. But actually, there should be good artistic aspects on the face.
Okay, the next question. If you could create one universe, how long? Which one would it be?
I would want everyone who is in a relationship to wear a uniform, so that we see who is not in a relationship and who is not. So probably kana watodana nemunhu wako ibva mapfeka uniform tozoti awasipa.
Mbabvu dzangu dzakwara.
Whether warorwa nakurorwa kana wangori relationship ichiripfeka uniform totazoti okay apa tasubtracta tatsvaga vasina. Because Anita nokutsvagana nevanhu vavo saka tawanda aukuita izvozvo.
Alright, what is the best and worst advice you ever received?
The best advice I was to go to school. That was the best advice that I got. Shamar, dzidza kwakanaka. Don't tire, but continue learning. Then the worst advice was what? Do I have a worst advice? No, okay, the worst advice was to drink beer. Shamari, drink beer if you want to be friends with us. That was the worst advice, and I rejected it in total.
Okay, my last funny question is, if you had to name 2 dogs after a famous couple in Zimbabwe, which couple would it be?
The famous couple, I wouldn't know others, but I think I'm an avid follower of. I would want, if Silent Killer is married, I would want to say Silent Killer and his wife. Because I see a lot of something inside him. He's just a unique, he's a random character. He just do things as he feels like. So I just want like that. But if it was outside, I would want to name the dog after Mario Balotelli or Moreno and his wife.
Or in Zimbabwe?
Yeah, I'm just giving it.
Okay.
Outside. But in Zimbabwe, I think I would love to have Silent Killer is one of the dogs and his wife, probably.
Yeah, imbwedzo dziri ngwere, I can say. Alright, before tapedza chirongwa chino chitaudonzwa tonzo talent vanhu vanokubata sei kunyanya pa social media vanhu ngwedo actor nemamwe business opportunities.
ndongopa phone number
kana masununguka nhamba kana inonzi social media platforms.
Ndozvandatapa
Okay.
Okay, pa Facebook ndinoshandisa andina zvangu ndinoshandisa Nunurai Mazenge. Then phone number ndinoshandisa 0773 604 122 0773 604 122 kana kuti 0719 218 835 0719 218 835.
Okay, what about Latwell Nyangu?
I think I'm available on all platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, IG, but I'm very actually available on on X, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I use the same name, Latwell Nyangu. I have only one name. Yeah, probably my number is 774 186 242.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us in studio today.
You're welcome, and it is my pleasure.
Yeah, indeed. So do time check, it's exactly 28 before 4 o'clock. So this is the end of our program. My name is your host, Ime Zim, but some simply call me Ime the Finest. On also follow me on all my social media platforms. That is Ime Zim. On YouTube, it's Ime_Zim. That's what we here for today. So tona na muchirongwa chinotera next week, same time, same place. Bye.